Okay, this street tyre feels fantastic, even on off-road. That's crazy. Today we are out with the KINGSONG S22s. We've got two of them. On my left, we've got the original KS22 with the latest firmware, but with the original A1J tyre. On my right, we've got the Pirelli Angel 8080. Now this is a front tyre that is designed for a scooter. The reason we've done this is out these wheels is I wish it was more nimble. It feels a bit hard to turn and so on. Now the A1J does take a little while to get used to, but if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. The Angel from Pirelli, on the other hand, it feels, honestly, when I ride this, I feel like I'm riding a 16X or a V12. Something really nimble and really zippy. I want to show you the difference a tyre change can make. We're going to do a circumference test where we go around in the tightest possible circle I can with my ability. Then we're going to do a zigzag test. We'll set some cones up and we'll see how each tyre performs in a nice tight zigzag. Then we'll do a 50-meter sprint to see if the tyres actually make a difference in the acceleration. Each wheel will be set up identical except for the tyres. And lastly, we're going to take both these wheels off-road. But enough talking, let's get the pads, let's get the helmet, let's put it to the test. Right guys, time for the first test, the circumference test. We've got the drone up above me. We've got a cone out there in the middle of the car park. First wheel is going to be the original S22 with the A1J tyre. Okay, I'm getting pretty tight there. I'm using my knee. My knee is definitely pushing on the top of the wheel to get that circumference. That's not bad though. Next up is the Pirelli Angel 8080. We'll do a couple of warm-up circles and we'll see how tight we can get. So it's just instantly tighter. I'm not using my knee as much, and just the turnability is so much smoother. Wow, okay, so instantly the turning circle on this is a lot easier, a lot less shoulder sort of leaning needed, and also not propping my knee against the side of the S22 as much. Now it's time for the zigzag test. I've laid the cones out, as you can see. They're much closer together in the first half, and then they space out a little bit for the second half. Got a couple of different point of views here. So this one is the original KINGSONG with the A1J tyre. Next up we'll do the Pirelli Angel 8080. Okay, I'm doing it, but just not very fast. Okay, not bad. Those tight ones at the beginning, I'm actually really happy I made. I didn't think I would, but we did, so that's cool. All right, and now it's the Pirelli Angel 8080 tyre. I should have mentioned at the beginning too, all these tests are first tries, first runs. We're not doing any second, third takes. I'm not practicing them off camera. I've laid them out and I'm trying to do it first go. So here we go. Angel 8080. This one's a lot more carvy. Okay, so instantly, yeah. Woo. This one wants to get up and go more though. Okay, so I know that was a really quick test. Carvier, way carvier. But let's do the sprint test. I'm gonna lay out some cones, 50 meters, and let's see which wheel does the best. Now we're gonna do the 50-meter sprint test. This is the finish line here. I'll go down there. We'll put a stopwatch over the screen and we'll see if there's much difference. If there is, I think it's gonna be by the millisecond. All right, gang, first up is the original tyre, the A1J. We're on the start line. 3, 2, 1, start. Right, let's go get the other tyre and put it to the same test. And here is the Pirelli Angel 8080. So start the stopwatch on the screen as soon as I start moving. So 3, 2, 1, stopwatch, go. Yeah, a lot more acceleration, way more. Okay, brakes are about the same. This definitely felt faster off the line. Braking felt almost identical. So as far as off the line speed, they feel very similar. Sorry. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put all the cones and everything away, and we're gonna go for just a bit of a road test. So just around here on the tarmac, on the smooth roads, and we'll compare the two wheels as well. Obviously, the Angel is gonna do better in this test, but we wanna make sure we test it. I also wanna do a road noise. So we'll get a camera with a mic down by the tyre so you can hear the difference in the road noise as well coming off each tyre. Right, let's do it. Starting off with the original A1J, it already feels a lot squarer. But you know, it's not bad. I think I've ridden this a lot, so I am quite used to it. It just does feel very tracky, but you can still get a nice flowy carb on it if you want to. It's just those tight turns that make you worry a little bit. It feels a bit, I don't know. It makes the wheel feel top heavy because it's actually surprisingly not top heavy. What we've found with the Angel on, the Pirelli Angel, is that it seems to take away the top heaviness, which is strange, but very welcoming. Now let's do the street test on the Pirelli Angel 8080. It just instantly feels carvier. Anyway, let's test it. We'll do the same route up to that same reasonably steep hill. Now, this just, yeah, it just has a more centering edge to it, I feel. The carving definitely feels a little bit deeper, and the cornering, I don't know. It's a different experience. I almost wouldn't say it's better. It's just maybe more traditional, if that makes sense. It definitely has more, a little bit more torque, like in the lower range. It's just a tiny bit. Now, here's that same bump. That slightly smaller diameter tire does make that bump feel a little bit different, so I think the off-road test will be quite telling. Okay, gang, and now it is the fun part, the off-road test. So here it is here. Let me show you from above. I've just flown the drone over. We're gonna drive through it. Now, again, we're back on the original, the A1J tire. We're gonna do a loop, then we're gonna go get the Pirelli Angel. There's a loop here I can do. It's probably about 600 meters. Then we'll go get the other one, swap it over, and at the end, I'll give you my, I guess, wrap up and tell you my pros and my cons and why I would get one over the other. Okay, so this is like loose stuff here, but it's not deep, so this will be a good test for the Angel when we get it. But right now, the A1J is going fine. Here's its first little hill for grip. Okay, and can we turn? I can't quite make the turn without putting my foot down. That is a tight turn though, but it'll be interesting to see if the Angel will make it. Okay, this tyre and suspension is just handling it like a champ. Okay, so obviously the A1J handles track riding amazingly well. This is really the, what do you call it? The control. We know this does well. So let's go back and get the other one now, and we'll do the same loop. All right guys, this is the final test, the Pirelli Angel 8080 on the KINGSONG S22. You just saw the original tire, the A1J. Let's see how this one goes. Now, my question will be, does it handle the corners better? You remember at the very beginning when we go straight ahead, I couldn't make the turn. Let's see if this one can. But also, how does it handle with the loose gravel? Does the wheel skid out? Because I felt like it skidded before on the grass. It could have been my lack of ability. Anyway, let's go. So I'm gonna try to do the exact same track over the same little mounds. Oh, made it, just made it. Now that could be because I knew what to expect, or it could be the tire. Straight away, this does feel more flowy, but it doesn't feel as forgiving. Now both tires are roughly inflated the same. I think we've got about 26 PSI in each tire. Now these loose needles, you can probably see, they're taking these fine. Like, I'm not skidding or losing control or anything. Sitting on the same speed, 22k per hour. Honestly, there is very, very little difference between the two. Yeah, I actually feel like I can go a little bit faster with this tire, which is odd. Wow, okay. Man, massive, massive tick for the Pirelli Angel. So that brings us to the end of this comparison video. Absolutely had a blast making this content today. Any excuse to get out of the office, especially to ride trails, is just a good day for me. The Pirelli Angel did extremely well in all aspects, but the original A1J did almost just as well on everything, including the road riding. So the question really comes down to you guys being the owners. Do you want feel that you're going to ride predominantly on road and you want to be super carvy, or do you want something that you're going to ride on both, but you want to have the ability to do some really extreme off-roading? Because the A1J is going to take you almost anywhere, I believe. The Pirelli will take you most places. All right, gang, that is the end of this comparison video. Thank you so much for watching. Chuck all your comments and questions down below. If you've got any feedback on this style of video, also let us know. And if you'd like us to compare something else, maybe the Hero with a street tire versus road tire, let us know and we'll do our best to make it happen. All right, gang, and until next time, don't forget, ride, recharge, and repeat.